can't stop looking at it. Y'all let me know. Does the Cybertruck ever get old to you? Or do you just keep staring at it every time you walk by? Alright, today's the day. Pick up the Cybertruck. Get to enjoy the Model Y just a few more days. And yeah, I enjoy my Model Y, not gonna lie. Had it for 2 years now, I want to say. So the Model Y was kind of like my entry into the EV market. So I wasn't sure if I was ready to go EV, you know, the whole debacle of plug it in your car every night or range anxiety or all those things. So I pre-ordered this Cybertruck back when they did the unveiling, which was what, like 2019, I want to say. And I had a reservation. So I was a reservation holder, long-time reservation holder. Then they came out with the Foundation series. They were trying to push it. And I was like, I'm going to hold off. So before the Cybertruck Foundation series was even available, I went ahead and I basically traded in my old vehicle, which was a Range Rover. Loved it. I'm gonna miss it. It was a Range Rover Velar. And I decided to go ahead and get a Model Y. Model 3 was a car. I definitely needed an SUV-ish type vehicle. So I opted for the Model Y. And from the factory, it was great. Now, did I add some creature comforts? Yeah, you know, tilting screen. So yeah, I added some creature comforts. The swivel screen, charger mount, little accessories, the sexy knob, of course, which I am truly gonna miss. If you have a Model 3 or a Model Y and you're seeing this video, look into the sexy knob by Enhance Auto. Great product. I wish they made something for the Cybertruck, but unfortunately they don't. So the new buyer that's getting my Model Y will be getting all the accessories. I've also upgraded the sound system from a company called, I don't remember the name of the company. I'll put it in a little bubble around here. But yeah, the speaker from this factory, great. Sound amazing. Loved it. I just need a little bit more punch. And this company actually made a product that retrofitted the subwoofer in the back and added an additional amp so you could actually push a little bit more juice out of the sub. And the quality, the tweeters, everything just went up. Like the highs were a lot clearer, the bass was a little bit deeper. It was perfect. So fast forward, finally pulled the trigger on the Cybertruck. Like I said, I was a reservation holder. I waited, and things just started going my way. So first financing turned out to be great with the incentives that we just recently had, 1.99. I was like, okay. I was thinking about leasing, but now that I got 1.99, financing is definitely an option for me. Then I looked at existing inventory and I found a Foundation series that was headed to my local Tesla center with the exact build that I wanted. And I was really pushing off on the Foundation series because of that extra premium price tag. But I was like, if I plan to keep this vehicle for several years, which I do now, I might as well just finance the FSD into the package, which basically is included with Foundation series. And I get lifetime supercharging. I charge at home mostly, but if I do decide to take trips or just running about doing errands, because I do resell sneakers as well, and I do a lot of meetups with my clients. So there's no superchargers near my house, or I would use them all the time. But a lot of my clients are near superchargers, so it's like, why don't I just top off when I'm going ahead and dropping off some shoes or products, whether it's shorts, shirts, whatever. And yeah, so I pulled the trigger. I got a Foundation series with the gray interior. I didn't care for the white. The gray I kind of liked, and I figured a lot of people are going to opt for white interior, so I was like, let me get a Foundation Series with a gray interior. You know, maybe stand out a little, but I just personally like the gray. I think it goes a little bit better with the black seats. The white I kind of like, but I wish it would have had white seats. Granted, white seats are a pain to keep clean. I got white seats now. I take care of them. But, so yeah. So it finally got delivered. I was pending delivery. And then the canrail situation happened. Or canrail, whatever they want to call it. So yeah, my delivery was put on hold. I was told that I would have to wait a couple weeks while they wait on parts. And once parts come in, they replace the canrail, I'll be able to pick up my vehicle. So the days finally come. I do get to pick up my vehicle. And I'm excited. It's been a long time coming. And I think bringing this to the channel, I'm going to try to talk about, you know, the headaches, the likes, the grunts, problems, issues, things that I find. I'm expecting a lot of rail dust because I've seen a lot of that in reports. Already got a bunch of accessories on the way. So I'll show you my video on that coming soon. Also working with a company called Light Harmonic, because the other company I previously worked with, they didn't offer anything for Cybertruck. So Light Harmonic has a speaker upgrade package, including tweeters, both subwoofers, door speakers, everything. And I think that's running around like $2,000, $1,799, somewhere around there. So I do have that ordered. I do have a swivel mount ordered. I have a charging mount ordered. I got a bunch of stuff. So there will be a full video. The speakers I'll probably do a separate series. The other products, I'll probably just do one giant video for those. So right now I'm at Einstein Bagel, about to grab me some food, and then I'm gonna go pick up the truck, and I'll try to record what I can. I heard there was possibly a protest going on. So if that's the case, I'm probably not going to record out of, you know, trying to get in and get out. But yeah, so I'll let you know how it goes. I'm gonna miss her. She clean, tint's perfect, Model Y performance. Threw some mud flaps on her, but yeah. Been a good car, Cybertruck time. Can I just say, this doesn't feel real to me. Yeah, I'm super excited. Finally got my Cybertruck, as you can see. It still doesn't feel real to me. This truck was supposed to come out years ago, and it's finally mine. I finally took delivery after being a day one reservation holder. Ride's great. I won't say this is my first time in a Cybertruck. I did rent one off of Turo, which I feel like really pushed me over the edge to get it before all the political propaganda shit started with the, you know, White House and Elon Musk and all that shit. That aside, I bought the truck for the tech. I'm a techie. I work in IT. I've always been into technology, and this is why I fell in love with the Cybertruck to begin with. I love the stainless steel exterior. It's reminds me of the days of the DeLorean. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna keep the stainless steel look. I'm gonna try to see what I can do about managing fingerprints. I also need to figure out something for when I am doing YouTube videos to hold my phone. So if you have any recommendations for iPhone mounts for the windscreen or windshield, you want to recommend them to me, just drop it down below, let me know. But yeah, I mean, it still doesn't feel real. Happy I took delivery. This is probably one of my biggest purchases when it comes to an automobile, and I plan on keeping this for several years. This is going to be my daily driver. I'm selling the Model Y. I already have a buyer lined up, and yeah, this will literally be my daily driver going forward. Looking at a few other things like this massive ass windshield and how I'm gonna keep it clean, at least on the inside, because I've already tried reaching the front of the windshield, excuse me, and it's far away. So hopefully I don't have to clean it that often. I'm gonna have to figure out a solution. If you have a solution to make cleaning the windshield a lot easier, let me know. I think I did see a video about using a Swiffer to basically reach and attach like a microfiber cloth to it, so I may try that. But if you have other ideas from, you know, other Cybertruck owners and your experience in dealing with, you know, a lot of the new changes, let me know. Looking at the screen, it's massive. It's massive. And I already don't like the angle of it, so I'm glad I did buy a swivel mount. I will be installing that soon. Hopefully it's pretty simple. It doesn't look too difficult. I think the most difficult thing that I'm going to be doing is probably going to be the speaker upgrade for right now. That being said, I'm still giddy inside. Never did I think I would pull the trigger on the Foundation series. I bitched, I moaned, I complained about the price, but again, everything felt right. You know, unlimited supercharging, 1.99% financing, not to mention military discount, referral discount, and couple that with the existing inventory discount, which I think was like $4,600, $5,400, somewhere around there, off MSRP. I mean, it's no brainer. I had to pull the trigger. I haven't really gotten any looks yet since I've been on the road with it. It is day one. That could all change. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully people realize that, hey, I bought something I liked. Despite what political propaganda is going on, I bought the truck for the tech. I've been riding Teslas for several years now. Well, a Tesla. I've only owned a Model Y. But, yeah, I'm glad I test drove it, though. Definitely still getting used to the turn signals. That is a weird thing to get used to. Not having stalks, another weird thing to get used to. Buttons on the steering wheel is not my favorite thing, but I see why they did it. The steer-by-wire, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Lane changes feel like absolutely nothing. The steering wheel, as far as the squircle, showing how far you actually have to turn it, is quite impressive, because it's literally like 3/4 of a revolution almost, and you're at full lock. So I do like that. Rearview mirror will be being removed. It's kind of pointless. I think I can get used to the one on the screen. It does its job, not to mention when the tonneau cover is actually closed, it's kind of pointless. It's only good when the tonneau cover's open, and I don't plan to drive with it open very often. So, yeah. That being said, I'm about to go to my local Jamba Juice right now. Give me a little refresher. Might stop into the Norfolk Outlets and go to the Polo factory. I want to get me some new day-to-day cologne, so I'm not using my expensive stuff. Just something for good, cheap everyday wear. But yeah, I'll check back in with you in a little bit. I will say this: if you don't look back and admire your truck as you walk away, you bought the wrong vehicle. Got my Jamba Juice sitting here, a new truck. So yeah, took delivery. Overall, fitment was not bad. I do have a few issues I reported to service, so I do have an appointment scheduled to get those addressed. Some small scratches on the actual stainless steel. I'm sure they can buff that out. As far as alignment, the canrail, whatever. On one side, it's a little higher than like the rest of the body. The other side is pretty good. So I'm gonna have them look at that. The railing behind the actual tonneau cover, that big solid black piece, is raised up on one side, so I'm gonna address that to them. I did have a weird issue though, and I took delivery, Foundation Series, came with the all-weather floor mats, but they didn't put the fabric mats inside the truck as well. Also didn't put the mobile connector inside the truck. So service center said that they would ship those directly to my house. So I'm hoping I hear back from them later in the week. I'll let you know how that goes. It was documented when I took delivery, so they don't think I'm just trying to get over on anyone. What else? Came with the sunshade. I already installed that. Came with the adapter. Came with the bottle opener and all the other L-Track stuff. So yeah, overall, delivery process was just like my Model Y. Very simple, very streamlined. I do wish they would let you take it for a test drive prior to taking delivery. But of course, you do have that window to address any issues that you have. And Tesla Service Center in the past, especially my Model Y, has been really good at addressing those issues. So I don't have any worries. So far, it drives great. Adaptive suspension is amazing. I've never had a vehicle air suspension, so it's new to me. But I'm liking it so far. It's very comfy. Smooth ride. These all-terrain tires pretty much eat everything on the road. So yeah, I haven't felt very many bumps. If there's a pothole in the road, it literally just eats it. Whereas like the Model Y, because the low profile tire is like honk. So I do like having a truck. Being a homeowner, I think having a truck is important. At one point I was thinking about just getting a regular beater truck just for, going to Lowe's and Home Depot. But I'd rather just have one vehicle. Due to the fact I have a motorcycle, I really don't have room for two vehicles in my garage. So I kind of needed a everyday driver. So that's why I chose the Cybertruck. Happy with my decision. Like I said, I do have a few mods coming around. So yeah. But I think that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe, as everybody else says, and I'll catch you on the next one.